Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and ladies and gentlemen of this fine body, thank you for the opportunity to bring forth this important piece of legislation before you today. Back during the interim, the Joint Committee for Licensed Occupations met to discuss the gray machines that have infiltrated every county of the Commonwealth. It was the result of that meeting that provided the genesis for this bill. I would like to explain what the bill does briefly, and then explain why the bill is necessary. In summary, the bill does three things. It bans or prohibits all gaming and gambling devices that fall outside of the purview of KRS statutes 154, 230, and 238. It authorizes the Kentucky State Police to establish a task force dedicated to removing gambling devices not authorized by law. And lastly, it directs the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet to promulgate regulations regarding the task force. During the interim committee meeting, the chairman asked a very poignant question about a representative of the gaming company. The chairman asked about what was their end objective by coming to Kentucky. They answered, to be legislated into law. The chairman there very eloquently responded, well, why didn't you start there? During the committee hearing, expert witness testimony stated that they canvassed Kentucky, the entire state, to examine the market. They met with county judge executives, local sheriffs, the ABC, charitable gaming. All were referenced. Once again, leaving out one critical group, the group that writes the laws. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason for this bill is a yes vote is for all the charitable gaming companies who we had to provide temporary statute relief to keep them afloat during last session. Organizations such as Shirley's Way in Jefferson County, Villa Hills Civic Club, the Owensboro Eagles, the Master Musicians Festival, the Whitley County Touchdown Club, the Liberty Nature and Raptor Center, and countless VFWs across the Commonwealth. A yes vote is for the thousands of the Kentucky students who access college and career pathways, some of them for the first time in their entire family, due to the Keys and Work-Ready scholarships that the lottery provides, the nearly $4 billion over the last 10 years, and that's billion with a B. A yes vote for this bill is for the families and communities who don't want gaming machines in environments that are not age-controlled or want them at all. Since November, 1,500 additional machines have entered the Commonwealth. Lastly, we're asking for this bill to rein in the bad actors, the companies who have operated without permission. And let me be clear, I know many members of this body have been contacted by different organizations or different groups or different companies that represent the gray machines. I'm not talking about them. They came forward at least. I'm talking about the ones that have been here for a while. These machines have been in pockets of Kentucky for many years, operating illegally, operating within a gray area of the law. We need to reestablish the proper process for dealing with gaming in the Commonwealth. There's a process that must be followed. Following the mantra asking for forgiveness rather than permission is not a good philosophy for generating policy. Certain industries like gaming, alcohol, and tobacco are highly regulated industries in the United States to ensure that these lucrative enterprises are conducted responsibly, transparently, and with the integrity while protecting the public. Ladies and gentlemen, a no vote will have significant impact in the Commonwealth. You will have students that will not receive as much Keys money. You will have charitable gaming organizations who are struggling through the pandemic as we speak will go out of business. We will have industries that have established their seat at the table will be adversely affected by this group of people, by this organization, by this gray machine entity that have come in and set up shop. I make no bones about it. This was not an easy bill to bring forward. It was not. I'd heard from many store owners. I wish I could have heard from all of them. I met with gaming companies. I met with the Fraternal Order Police. I met with the ABC. I've met with all of these groups of people. I understand the significance. But what I cannot stress to this body enough is timing is really critically important with this bill. Many states have already gone the way that I hope that we're going to go with this bill. Many states have outlawed these machines. The resounding result after examining all of those cases is the quicker you can act on these machines, the better off states are. The longer these machines stick around, the harder they're going to be removed. Some states have even taken the proactive approach that they have policies set up before they even get there. That's how dangerous these machines can be. Mr. Speaker, we've heard testimony from members of this body talking about their children, and I will close with this. My two sons ride their bicycle by a convenience store pretty regularly. We have rules about how they're supposed to act in public. I do not believe it is in the best interest of my family or in any other community for children to potentially have access to these machines. I think we need to move swiftly, and I believe that we need to ban these machines as quickly as we possibly can. Mr. Speaker, if there are no other questions, especially from the gentleman from Knox 86, move for passage of the bill.